Eve, the first woman and the first choice. Before kings, before nations, before sin entered the world, there was a woman named Eve. Her story is not only the beginning of humanity's fall, but also the beginning of God's promise of redemption. Eve was the first woman created by God and the wife of Adam. Her story is found in the opening chapters of Genesis and reveals powerful truths about creation, temptation, sin, and grace. God looked at Adam and said, "It is not good that the man should be alone." So God caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep and formed the woman from his rib. Eve was created as a helper suitable for Adam, equal in value, designed for unity, companionship, and purpose. Adam recognized her immediately and rejoiced, saying she was bone of his bones and flesh of his flesh. Adam and Eve lived in the Garden of Eden, a place of peace, abundance, and direct fellowship with God. They were free to eat from every tree except one. God commanded them not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, warning that disobedience would bring death. This command was a test of trust and obedience. The serpent approached Eve, not by denying God outright, but by questioning his word. Did God really say? The serpent twisted the truth, making God seem restrictive instead of loving. Eve listened. She looked at the fruit. She believed the lie that disobedience would bring wisdom and make her like God. Eve took the fruit and ate. Then she gave it to Adam, and he ate as well. In that moment, sin entered the world. Their eyes were opened, not to wisdom, but to shame. Fear replaced peace. They hid from God. God called out to Adam and Eve, not because he lacked knowledge, but to bring accountability. Each was held responsible for their actions. Eve was told that pain would now accompany childbirth and that conflict would enter human relationships. Sin had consequences, but God did not abandon them. In the midst of judgment, God spoke words of hope. He declared that the seed of the woman would one day crush the serpent's head. This was the first promise of salvation, pointing forward to Jesus Christ. Redemption would come through a woman. Before sending Adam and Eve out of the garden, God clothed them with garments of skin. Their shame was covered, not by their own efforts, but by God's provision. This act points forward to the cost of covering sin through sacrifice. Adam named his wife Eve, meaning mother of all living. She gave birth to Cain and Abel, and later to Seth. Though the world was now broken, God continued his plan through her descendants. Eve's story teaches us that questioning God's word leads to deception, that sin brings shame and separation. But it also shows us that God is merciful, even in judgment. From the very beginning, God had a plan to save humanity. Eve's story is not just about the fall of humanity, it is about the beginning of hope. Through the woman came the promise, and through Jesus Christ, that promise was fulfilled. If this video helped you understand the Bible more deeply, like, subscribe and share. And join us next time as we explore another woman God used in his redemptive story.